Okay, so yeah.
Oh
Okay, we're gonna start over. We're gonna restart.
Woo! Welcome to Paradise
Thank you.
Rolls.
Welcome to Paradise Rules.
Welcome
where
to Paradise
technical
Rolls.
issues
Thank you
are
to
inevitable.
Sensfoil on the chat who was like, check sound. So you're amazing. You get all the points.
You know, it's so funny. We have this like one button that we have to press, but we forget. So conversely to that, we will also likely go to intermission at some point, and we're just gonna be like talking shit in the background, be like, "Oh, haha, that scene was stupid." And they'll be like, "Check sound." So anyway, welcome to Paradise Rolls. Before we redo introductions, before we dive into the game, we're going to do introductions. So my name is Shars Weeks. I'm an author, and I am the creator of this homebrew campaign, Safra. And my pronouns are he, him, his, and I'm also the game master for tonight's session. Ensue Chaos, go!
Yes, it is ensuing. Yeah, I am Mark Anthony. I host the show on Sunday mornings, and today I'm playing a paladin minotaur named Arterian.
My name is Estes Weeks. Today I will be playing Chad. My name's Chad, and I'm a furbolg. And I think I'm a paladin, I guess. But yeah.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm new. This is my first campaign. I'm happy to be here. I'm playing Elwyn, who is a half-elf druid. And my pronouns are she, her.
Hi, this is Tatiana. I'm also Mofongo con Caldo here on Twitch. I play also the other campaigns that we have at Paradise Rolls. My pronouns are she, hers, ella. And the character I'm playing today is Lenora Quell. Lenora Quell. And she's a half elf. She's a half elf wizard.
That was amazing. Who's next?
I'll go. Hi, I'm Natalia, and I am playing Astra. She, her, and she is a Tiefling Warlock, and so I'll be playing that. Character voice too.
Hi, my name is Sienna. My pronouns are they, them, ye. I'm playing Crow, who is a satyr rogue. Pronouns he and they. And this is Momo, who will probably get in the screen, so sorry.
Double intro right there.
Double. Well, so I was actually going to ask, you must introduce the pet, because this is, you know, if for those of you who've seen our other campaign that we're running right now, Out of the Abyss, we very often play Dungeons and Dragons and Doggos. Oh my. All right. Cool. That's the crew. This is kind of like the OG D&D crew for us also, BT Dubs. So I'm super excited for our OG crew, including you, Elwyn, to be back together. So let's get started. We are going to just dive right on into where we left off in our prologue, where we were prepping for this time together. So Arterian, Chadwick, and Lenora, you all bumped into each other in the city of Port Lavreli at some point throughout the day. You got your outfits for the upcoming ball, for which you had received very exclusive invitations. And while you were getting fitted for your custom-made outfits that were paid for by whoever sent the invitation, you overheard an old man saying, "Oh my God, there's somebody breaking into the graves at the cemetery, and I keep falling asleep." But he didn't say it in that voice because he's an old man. So anyway, yeah. So you all took up the task
Sound?
Yeah.
There you go.
My sound went out. So you all took up the task to figure out who's doing it. You got to the graveyard, and two of you fell asleep. One of you didn't. Instead, you made yourself look like a tree. Very not convincing, I have to say, but it was funny nonetheless. You, Lenora, saw a person dragging a body away. Where we last left off with you all, Arterian, I believe, you had climbed up onto the wall to look out over, right? No, that was Chadwick?
Yes, that was me.
Chadwick. Okay,
That
thank
was
you.
Walker.
Paladins, you know. Chadwick, you
Chadwick
climbed up on the
jumper.
wall to look out onto the plains to see who could that have possibly been that would steal the body. And as you looked out onto the plains, the light from the full moon, the blue one, it shines down on the valley, on the plains that lead up to the edge of the forest. That's maybe a quarter mile away. You can see the sliver of the white moon cast very, very steep shadows in the opposite direction, and you see the person dragging the body. And just for a brief second, you see a cloak whip around a tree, and the person is in the forest, gone. What do you do?
I think I see something that way. You two with me?
Yeah,
Of course, I'm with you.
let's go. Let's go.
All right. Let's go. Be very quiet. You're gonna be hunting wabbits. You're gonna trudge over there, not quietly.
Not quietly.
No.
Okay. So you jump off of the wall and land heavily. Your giant furbolg body pressing into the grass and the mud beneath you. You take off running.
Yeah.
All right. What do the rest of you do? How do you get over the wall?
I'm gonna reach my arms up and pull myself up.
Okay.
I'm just kind of at the
But there's
Wait.
a
No.
tree actually, right?
Yeah.
I can just climb the tree and then hop the wall. All right, I'll do that.
Okay. Cool.
I'm just
Lenora.
gonna still be on the ground, just going. Wait, just I can't. Could you?
Sorry. Yes, I. Here, and I'll reach my arm out.
Thank you.
Very easily pull Lenora up. She's super light. She's tiny. She's a child. And basically, pull her over the wall, and the two of you jump down. Lenora, I want you to make an acrobatics check. Arterian, you're fine because you're basically as tall as the wall.
You said in acrobatics.
Yeah, make an acrobatics to test how you land.
16.
I was thinking of throwing her like a javelin. Just kidding.
I mean, you could.
Don't do that. Don't do that. It was a joke. I swear.
All right, so 16. Yeah, you land it. It's not that far. The moon, two of the moons are out, so it's you can see fairly well. So you jump down, and the two of you take off running after Chadwick toward the forest.
So I'm just.
All right.
Chadwick
trying
leading
to,
the way.
Catch up.
Chadwick, what's your speed?
I'm sure it's only 30. Let me double check.
30.
Yeah, 30.
All right, the other two of you, what's your speed? 30.
Yeah.
30 as well. Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, you can catch up just fine. To Chadwick, that is. So you catch up. You're running toward the forest, and you get to the edge of the trees. You just gonna plow on in, or do you want to do it stealthily?
No, I would plow on in.
All right.
Yeah.
Chad would plow on in.
If Chad didn't, Arterian was. You know that.
Okay, the two of you plow in and just visualize this: a massive minotaur and a giant furbolg just running into the forest in the dead of night, followed by this little tiny half elf just kind of running, trying to keep up. And as you do that, let's jump to our other crew. let's jump to our fam bam over here. You all are in the forest. You have been you've been camping. Who took the first watch for you?
I'll take the first one.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Crow, you took the first watch. Roll me a perception check.
I don't take the first watch because I have the wrong character sheet up, so sorry, I have to pull that up.
All right, cool. Who's taking the first watch?
I'll take it.
Okay, cool.
I'm
Elwyn.
familiar with the village we're in, so.
Yeah,
we're
so
in the forest, right?
Yeah, so you have been traveling for a day or so by now, and so yes.
Just FY, somebody's, I think, you're sounding double.
I am?
Yeah, you're echoing.
Yeah, we're getting an echo on you.
Oh, weird.
It's because your audio's on in Roll20.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Just make sure if you're everybody, because I always forget that too. There we go. I think that should work.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
No worries.
All right, so roll a perception check, please. As you take the first watch, the summer breeze waves over your campsite.
And remind me which dice.
So that's going to be a D20, and then you're going to add your perception modifier for your skill. So that's going to be, I think it's wisdom plus if you're proficient.
So I rolled a 5, and I get plus
Okay.
5.
Okay. Wow.
So 10.
All right. Yeah. So with a 10, you can hear some crazy sounds out in the forest. But they're pretty far away. You know, you hear some owls kind of chirping. There's apparently a wolf that you hear. But your watch comes to an end without any issues. Who's up second?
I can go. I have the right character sheet up yet now, but do I just click on, if I have D&D Beyond pulled up at the same browser as Roll20, do I just click it and it shows up?
You should be able to, yeah.
If you have the
And try that, and if not, you might have to go to the Features and Traits tab to have it parse it. But theoretically, it should just automatically work.
Okay, did you see that? Or no?
I did not see that in Roll20, but I can see rolls in D&D Beyond. So let me just pop in there real quick, and I can see the chat.
Okay. Sorry. Do I connect it through D&D Beyond or through...
I mean, you can roll however you want, really.
Yeah, if you want
So
to
if
use
it's
the
easier
sheet
for you to-
connected, if you want the D&D Beyond sheet connected, I think there should be like an extension or something that you just download, and then once it's downloaded, it'll just connect it. It'll just ask you to sign in, I think through Roll20.
Yeah, but in the meantime, I can see your rolls that you do in D&D Beyond if they don't go to Roll20. So I can see you got a 14 on your perception check. So you're cool, you're good. Yeah. So it's been a really long journey for you, right? Like you've come a really, really long way, and now that you have some companions to travel with, you're able to rest a little bit easier at night, though knowing that there's this looming thing in the back of your head. But you're sitting there, the fire crackling nearby, and you hear stomping. Very loud, rushed stomping. Something is charging, absolutely charging through the forest.
Can I, with my perception check, can I, tell what it is?
It sounds like a couple of very large things just blasting through the underbrush. Something like a stampede almost.
Okay. Can I attack it?
You can certainly try.
I want to use my my short bow, and I want to try and hit it.
All right. So I'm going to have you roll a disadvantage because you don't see what's coming through. It's very difficult to tell where exactly it is. So go ahead and roll at disadvantage.
So with disadvantage, that's a 16.
All right. Arterian, what's your armor class?
19.
All right. So you're charging through the forest, and an arrow goes boing, right off of your armor. What's your passive perception now?
Me or Tyrion?
Arterian.
Oh, my passive perception is a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you notice that an arrow just hit you, hit your armor and bounced off. And then moments later, you break through the brush and you find yourself at a camp. There's a campfire. There is a satyr person holding a bow right in your direction. And there are two others leaping in bedrolls nearby.
Okay. Well, I guess as I bust through and I look around, I'm gonna kind of look to see if I see like a dead body. I assume the first things I would see would be sleeping people. Is there something I should roll to see if I would recognize them as sleeping, or if the satyr is hoarding dead bodies?
From the look in my eyes, you can't quite tell.
It is entirely possible. Yeah, so if you want to look around and see if there are any bodies, I'll need a perception check. If you want to try to figure out if this satyr is hiding a body, I need an insight check.
I want to just I'm gonna look at the satyr and then see that I'm looking at a camp, and just as quickly as possible, I'm whipping out my shield and my morning star because I'm about to fight the satyr, but I'm looking to see is this the person I was just chasing? So probably insight.
Make me a perception check.
Okay.
I also want to shoot at him again as fast as possible.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll regular, unless no, just do it regular. Yeah. Arterian, what'd you get?
I got a number of 9.
A 9. And you got... Sorry, what'd you get, Crow?
22.
22. Okay. Arterian, you quickly look around, and it's very clear. This is not who you were chasing. The person you were chasing, you know... well, you wouldn't know that, but you would know, because of your battle tactics background, that a person who just stole a body would not set up a fire in the woods. And you can tell this fire's been set up for a
Hey,
while.
you don't know me. Don't make assumptions.
Meanwhile, an arrow hits you. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's 7.
7. Arterian, you take 7 points of damage as an arrow finds a nook between your armor.
Okay.
What you do next will determine whether or not y'all roll initiative. You know this. You know that this is either I'm going to battle this person or not. Knowing that this is not...
I'm already
like,
notching another bow.
Seeing as how I basically ran, I accepted the old man's quest to help him because I haven't seen battle in a while, I'm charging at this fool.
All right. I would like the both of you to roll initiative. Chadwick and Lenora, I would like for... Probably by now you would have busted through as well after this other round. And I would like you two to roll initiative as well. And I would like for Elwyn and Astra to make... let's say do... tell me what your passive perception is.
And that's on the left side of your character sheet, by the way.
Yeah, if it's over 10, you wake up.
I don't know if this helps at all. I don't like try to wake them up, but as Arterion is charging at me and I'm like getting all these bows ready, I'm like scream laughing. So I'm like, and I'm just like,
Which I like immediately recognize.
I'm so excited.
Because I've heard it.
You know it very well.
I've all heard it before.
I would say that both of you actually wake up. You don't even have to tell me your passive perception with the cackling that you know. And so like you've been traveling with Crow for a few days now, right? So you know how Crow gets when they're like, oh yes, I'm gonna kill something. Like it's like the most innocent yet like terrifying joy, like childlike joy you've ever heard. So you know what's happening. And as soon as you hear that laugh, so I would like both of you to also get in on the initiative round. So go ahead and roll initiative for me. You're already there, Astra. Look at you.
Mine is 7.
You knew where I was going with this, didn't you? All
Actually,
right.
zero place.
I wish I had a better cackle for you, but my testosterone voice does not allow it. I'm trying.
I mean, I think that makes it all the better, personally, but like, you know.
I know. It might sound amazing.
All right, Elwyn, you got 16. Let's see, who's next on the... That would be, let's see, Astra. Astra, did you get a 12
I got
or
a
a 10?
16.
Yeah, it's your first. Yeah.
A 10.
Okay, cool. Okay, so Elwyn 14, so we're doing Crow is 11, and Astra is 10. And then Lenora and Arterion. Lenora and Arterion, I need you to tell me what your dexterity score is.
My dex is a 13.
Mine is a 17.
Ooh! All right. Lenora, you're going before Arterion. All right. Top of the round. Her dex score is higher than yours.
Yeah, I know, I get it, but I'm wondering why there's a 17 dex on the wizard.
You can absolutely spend your turn this round asking that question.
No, I will not. I don't think that she would know the background of her character sheet.
She's like, why are you so nimble?
She will just like lift her leg. No, I'm just
That's fucking great.
Oh my God. All right, so Chadwick, you are first in the initiative round. You burst into this clearing, and you can see, oh man, there's this satyr who's pointing a bow right at Arterion. Arterion has an arrow right out of his arm, chest, shoulder area. You also, I will give you this. You also recognize that none of these people are the corpse.
Yeah.
Or
the corpse snatcher, because I got the clearest view, right?
You got the absolute clearest view. Well, second to Lenore, I think, who was pretending to be a tree, watching him watching him steal the corpse. But you know that he was wearing this like dark, like deep black, long cloak and robes and everything, and nobody here is wearing quite that. So you know, that's what you know. What do you do?
Yo, man, cease the violence. And I'm gonna walk over and try to rip the bow out of his hands.
All right, contested strength checks from both of you.
All right, come on. No, it's so bad. Oh, wait, do I get advantage because I'm big? I don't know.
Is that a thing?
I'm big. I got powerful. I don't know. 7.
Oh man, Crow, you yeah. Crow, you see that coming? You're like, hell no, and you just hold on to it. So right now, y'all are in kind of like a tug of war thing happening with the bow.
Okay.
Um,
Do I get an attack of opportunity because he came up to me?
do you have readied weapon as a feat?
I don't. No, I don't think so.
Okay, it's only if he leaves your melee range. I know. Okay, Chadwick. Anything else for you on your turn?
You know what? No, okay, no, I'm not going to. No, that's it.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
All right. Elwyn, you just saw this giant furbolg, and I'll give you all a moment to describe yourselves at the end of this round because I realized I forgot that. But you see a giant 8-foot tall, like, beastly person run up to your satyr friend and try to rip the bow out of their hands.
You know, I'm just gonna watch because I was getting a good night's sleep, and Crow's laughter sort of made me nervous for a second because, the last time they were laughing like that, it was sort of while someone was getting murdered. So, I'm just gonna see how this all plays out for now.
Cool. That sounds good to me. All right, Crow. We're
And
up to you.
I'm gonna start growing some little grass and stuff because I can do that nature thing. So I'm just sort of, bored and just kind of doing some little flowers and some little mosses and just watching.
Nice. I love it. Druidcraft is great. Okay, Crow. What you doing?
Okay, I'm still laughing, having a great time. This was very unexpected that this giant fearbolt came up and tried to rip my bow from my hands. Can I want to stab him in the neck.
Okay.
I have a dagger. I have lots of daggers, as you may remember.
Indeed. You have an obscene amount of daggers.
I do have an obscene amount of daggers. I think as of right now, I only get... Oh wait, I have 2-weapon fighting. Can I stab with 2 daggers?
You certainly could. Yeah. If
Do
you
I
are
get the
going
bow?
directly... actually, yes. If you let go of the bow, Chadwick will have your bow, but you can definitely let go, pull out your 2 daggers, and then stab.
Okay, what if I hold with one hand hold on to my bow and the other hand I stab with my daggers?
Sure, you can do that. I want a strength check from you, and I want you to roll your attack.
Okay, do I get an advantage though? Because it's not, so the dagger's supposed to be thrown, but it's because I'm right on him.
Nah.
Fine. Okay.
Nice try, though. I like when people ask me if they get advantage, and if you can give me a very convincing argument, all of you, I might consider it.
Okay, I got a 1 for my strength check.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Can I do both my daggers then, since I have no bow in my other hand?
I'm gonna say sure.
Okay.
You could.
Okay, I'm gonna stab with my daggers. So
Alright.
the first one's an 11.
Nope.
You stab your dagger, and it... Ka-ching! What kind of armor are you wearing, Chadwick?
Chainmail.
Also
yeah.
an 11. God damn it.
Okay. Yeah, Chadwick, you now have this bow. There's no arrow attached to it. That fell to the floor ages ago. But you've got a bow, and this satyr just tried to do 2 slashes, but just rubbed up against the chainmail. There's a little bit of sparks. That was kind of cool, but other than that, bro, that's it.
Okay, I'm still laughing. Yeah, I think that's it for my turn.
All right. Crow, you had a grand old time there. Astra, you are up. And Lenora and Arterian, you two are on deck. Astra.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yes, you are up. It is your turn. New character names, right? Throws you off.
I'm going to. You know what? Since last time, I am going to watch as well and see how it turns out. 'Cause, like Elwin said, yeah, Crow, they can handle it. They got this.
As you know from experience, yes. All right, you sit back and chill. Lenora, how about you?
Can I try to charm them?
Oh, yeah. You know, you can definitely try. Why not?
Also, I kind of am just staring. And then I want to do the charm person and try to charm them.
Okay.
Okay, I've never done
Who are you going to target?
Crow.
Okay, cool. Crow, please make a wisdom saving throw, unless you are immune to charm effects.
Where would I see that if I was?
It would be in your immunities box. I think it's right under your HP.
Yeah, it's at the top.
It's usually a fey creature thing, and like elves, but I don't know about satyrs.
I know satyrs are have advantage on anything to do with magic.
Yeah, I want to say I saw something about magic, but I can't remember. But I don't see anything written in my defenses box, if that's what you're talking about.
Let's see. I forgot I can pull up your character sheet. Yeah, so you have advantage against spells and other magical effects. So make your saving throw at advantage, please.
Cool. You said wisdom?
Yes.
That's 16 and 21. Can't charm this bitch.
Pretty sure that succeeds, right, Lenora?
I believe so. Hold on, let me just make sure.
I would be shocked if your DC was
I want to
higher
pretend
than
that I
21.
am amazing, but which one am I checking?
It's your spell save DC.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you do this thing with you cast a spell and it has no effect.
Great. I still just stare. I remain in the same exact position, and I just stare.
All right, Arterian.
Well, I see the small creatures' companions don't seem to be wanting to fight. Am I able to cast a spell and still swing my weapon? I haven't played a melee spell caster before.
If the spell has a casting time of 1 bonus action, and then yeah.
Okay. Just check that. Yeah, okay. Sweet. Oh, but not the one that I wanted to use. Okay. Well, I'm gonna menacingly walk over to the satyr
Okay.
with my shield and my morning star in hand. And I'm going to say,
you see where he went?
That was amazing. I want you to. Do you want to do an intimidate?
Something just happened. Still lost. It's coming back, but it's not all the way.
No. 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 I can read your lips, but
Well, and the screen is turning green when you try to talk.
Gonna. Dude, seriously.
shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Mess with, mess with. Plug, unplug. Off on, off on. He's got like an over.
Well, in the meantime, while I'm directly in front of you, I'll just describe what's before you. You've got a 7.5 foot tall minotaur. Now I hear myself through you. You've got this 7.5 foot tall minotaur, black fur. He's got these horns that like come out and then up. And yeah, got like chainmail armor on, big ass shield, big ass morning star, red eyes, creepy and scary guy. Does your sound work? I don't know how much longer I can keep this going.
Does my sound work?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I don't know what microphone I'm using, so I'm just gonna try to project and hope that something happens.
Well, we can hear you at least.
Okay. Cool. Good description. Yeah. Good.
Yep. But yeah, so I asked the question: is like within my turn? Is there like, do I have to smack as well, or can they respond in my turn?
You could grapple.
Yeah. You could grapple. I what I was asking when I was in herd is, are you trying to intimidate them or persuade them?
I'm trying to intimidate them.
All right. I want you to make an intimidation check, and for you to make an insight check, and we'll go from there.
Okay, I have a question. Can I have advantage on counteracting intimidation checks because of my background?
I would say that you won't get advantage, but I'll give you a +2 to that, to whatever you roll. Add an additional +2.
Okay, sounds good.
Whoa.
Sorry, you said insight?
Yeah.
Okay. I got 22.
Ooh, so close. Arterian got 23.
Damn.
So, Crow, this guy's really kind of scary, and he kind of like he could just like flop on top of you and squish you.
I'm assuming with the beaten intimidation check, I can like see that maybe I can continue to converse with them.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
I would say I will stop actively trying to stab you.
Cool. Okay, so we're gonna call that the end of initiative count. So
Whack
now,
him on the head. I'm just kidding.
so now do the things.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna assume like the satyr is kind of like baffled, like, oh shit, you're not even trying to hit me. What the hell's going on? And I'm just gonna like repeat.
Did you see where they went? They're stealing bodies. They came into the forest.
I'm gonna kind of give you like so like I'm like stepping back because I see that you're a big boy, but I'm kind of giving you like a confused but slightly amused like puppy dog look, like I cock my head, I'm like, no, but do they have, maybe I would take anything that's on the bodies if there's anything valuable. Where are they? Where are you looking for them?
They've been dead for a long time. There's a body snatcher that took bodies, and
I'm like pointing up now, back from where we came, and just being like,
well, you revel in the fight. We need to go find them.
Sure, why not? Okay, yeah, I'm down. Fuck it. Where are you going? Okay, but if I go, I want anything that's on them. I call that. That's dibsies.
You can have this back.
Yeah, I go and I snatch my my bow back. Can I try and headbutt him while I do that?
You definitely can try. First, Chadwick, are you going to allow the snatching?
Yeah, but I don't know if they could reach my head.
Okay, so Crow,
I'm 8.5 feet tall.
Ram them with your head, not necessarily head-on-head action, but
yeah, I have ram because of
okay.
the
So, like, you want to ram him in the stomach,
Sure.
What?
or the
Okay.
thigh.
yeah.
All right, roll to attack, I guess.
How do I roll unarmed strike? Just a
It's
D20?
just it's just a D20
Okay.
plus your strength modifier usually.
I get unarmed strikes. I deal. Oh no, that's damage. Okay. Okay, hold on.
Let me look at my save.
Yeah, you get a +2 to your strike because that is
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
it's your proficiency. That's what it is. Yeah.
I rolled a 7. 2's not gonna help.
I would like to
I
also
I belch
something
when
back.
they hit my stomach.
It's disgusting, by the way. It's very, very gross.
It smells like
Constitution
patchouli
save.
and nagchampa.
Yeah, I'd like
Makes
to
me
be
laugh.
kind of handing something back as well. I'm gonna like reach up and pull the arrow out of my chest, and then I'm gonna be like,
You may have this back as well.
and I'm gonna jam it into their shoulder.
Ouch. Y'all are rough. Okay, make a...
I was just attacked.
yeah, do a melee attack. Just a
Like-
straight melee attack. Use your strength modifier, no proficiency. Unless you're proficient with using arrows as daggers.
Yes, I am.
Are you...
Does a 15 hit?
I don't know. Crow, what's your armor class?
Sorry. It does, just barely.
Should I just roll like an unarmed strike, basically, for the damage?
You're gonna do an improvised weapon. So that is going to be a D4, I think, right?
Alright.
2d4.
D4.
D4 plus your strength.
Modifier?
Yeah.
6.
Okay, you take 6 points of damage as the arrow sinks into your shoulder.
Okay.
Now you're even.
I I laugh and I rip it out of my shoulder and I lick the blood off and I go, I like you. Y'all are okay.
And then as I look down, I have this like, I have a bull's face, like, but I get this like smirk, this creepy, gnarly smirk, and I'm just like,
You are courageous, little one.
And I think I like turn over to my companions. I'm like holding up the arrow still, and I was like, "Hey, look, we made some new friends." And I like wipe the blood off and I put it back in my quiver.
I'm kind of like this whole time still watching with. Sorry, go ahead, Char. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I halfway want to make you do a Constitution saving throw for ingesting blood of another, only because of my epidemiology background. But I'm actually not gonna do that because I'm kind of into this whole thing you've got going on.
this way of us bonding already, This is a great way to meet some people.
Brothers. We've shared each other's blood, or I shared their blood.
That's Owen, what's going on?
Shars,
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna have to
backtrack.
get closer somewhere because it's like going off when you're speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you, but you need to like project a little more, I think.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just sometimes.
Okay.
Maybe turn your head the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really this? Is it this
Yeah.
microphone?
Yeah, it's that one.
The Discord is not picking anything up, so actually, I'll turn this sensitivity up a little bit.
Oh wow, that's
I'm gonna do that. Is that okay?
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. Cool. Sorry for the mic in the way, but I'm just gonna kind of. Owen, what you doing?
So this whole time I'm sort of, I'm still watching and with Astra, and I sort of, I'm growing little things, and the flowers have kind of turned into berries that I've been sort of picking and eating and handing some to Astra as this whole goes on. And when Crow, turns and says we, made new friends, I'm kind of like, that's great. Like, but aren't we heading to a party? I mean, are we going to be chasing? Is it a corpse we're chasing? Is it a corpse? I heard something about corpses. So this big bull guy is kind of not exactly freaking me out, but like, I've seen a lot of weird stuff, but like, I don't think I've ever seen a minotaur before, even though I know what they are. And so I'm kind of not wary, but like, he seems cool now. He seems like he's on a mission. So yeah, I'm wondering about the corpses that I heard about though.
And you kind of like said some of this out loud, right? Okay. Well, when you like mention the party, Arterian reaches into like a pocket and like with the most delicate fingers is holding an invitation at the tips of his fingers without bending it in any way. And is just like,
wow.
Are you going to this party as well?
Yeah, I reach into my one of my mini pockets that's inside my big coat and pull out a very crumpled invitation, kind of unfold it and hold it up and be like, yeah, we're the three of us are going to the same, we got invitations for that party as well.
Us three as well. You have plenty of time to join the fight.
Well, again, are we chasing a corpse or what's the story with the corpse?
A corpse snatcher. Someone has been stealing bodies from the grave. He's wearing I didn't see him. Chad, what does he look like?
He was wearing some clothes. I think they were black.
Not helpful, guys.
They weren't furry.
Not helpful.
I don't think.
So I'm going to turn to Crow and ask Crow, did you see anything before you decided to fight a Minotaur? Because I was asleep. This was your watch. So.
You would know if I had seen some corpses running around. Let me tell you. So unfortunately, no.
The corpse was laying around. It was being dragged. It wasn't running. I was running.
Oh, you were running.
I was running.
And Astra, you didn't see anything either, right? Because you were asleep. So.
No.
Well.
Nothing.
I'm gonna say that this whole time, Lenora has been like slowly inching closer to Crow, but like pretending that she's not, and like she has like her little. She always has, like constantly has like a little notebook, and she's just like staring at Crow. By the way, she's like this the whole time. So she's just like staring at Crow and taking notes. That's all she's doing. So she's not super close to Crow, but she's like just inching, like just super curious, staring at Crow, like up and down and taking notes.
Should we take this moment to have everyone else go around and describe what they look like?
Yes, this is the perfect time for that.
Should I start?
Who's going first?
I can start since I'm creeping on Crow. So my character is Lenora Quill, and she's a half-elf wizard. So she basically looks like a very young, I can never say her name, Shars. What is her name? Trelawney, right? From Harry Potter. So she looks like that, but she is a child. So she's very young. She's basically an older teenager, but she's super small, 4.5 elf. So think about Trelawney, but then also like think about Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, like their aesthetic of like 25 layers in their body. So she looks like, she's a tiny, tiny, tiny half elf, but she's just covered in like layers and layers and layers of clothing. So she looks kind of wide and big, but like her head is small. So like she's just like carrying a bunch of layers. She does not understand people, as you might have noticed. And she's obsessed with learning and knowledge, and just like literally like all she wants to do is like learn something new. So yeah. And her voice is like this, like this way, you know, just kind of quiet.
Thank you. How about Crow? How about you describe yourself next, since Lenora's drawing you?
So I'm a satyr, obviously. My hair and my fur is all black. I'm covered in just like scars. My whole body is covered in scars. And I just about to add a new one on my shoulder right here. Long floppy ears with a bunch of earrings on the gay side, and I've got these kind of like, you kind of see like I've kind of just like again, maybe like my body goes through a lot. I've got like shaggy black hair, and I've got like long, like twisty horns that go out sideways. And lots of daggers, and I've got like a little hood that kind of goes off the shoulders and then comes down to the chest, like above nipple height, and then there's another little dagger hanging down. And I've just got like some gold like bands and stuff. And if you look into my eyes, you can see that they're kind of crazy.
Cool. Who's next?
I'll go ahead and go, since I'm right next to Crow as well. What you see before you is a huge, though slightly skinny, furbolg with dark brownish gray skin, floppy ears, and unkempt hair, unkempt long beard. Looks like he's been out in the sun too long and doesn't really eat a lot, but eats when he can. Like not as big of muscles as the Arterian fellow next to me. But yeah, I look kind of like a cow person, but not in the same way that Arterian does. More like a half giant, half cow, half person. Think as far as my hair goes, like think like uh, think like a beach bum, but like think super hippie. You got me.
Tyrion, you're next.
Oh wait, can I describe what I'm wearing?
Oh yeah.
I'm wearing a mishmash of furs and skins and hides that don't really match together, but are just like different animals that I've sewn into fashioned clothes.
Nice.
Yeah, Tyrion is. He doesn't have like long hair everywhere, but short hair. It's all black, and his horns are similar to what Astra's horns are right there, but they come out a little bit and then like straight up, pretty high. He's got a big old bull ring on his nose, and his like lips are kind of lined with some rings as well. And I mean, he's just this ripped ass minotaur, currently wearing chainmail. And yeah, he's got like just his big old shield and his big old morning star. And yeah, those just glowing red eyes that are the last thing you would want to see in the darkness.
All right, I've got Ellen and Astra next. Who's going next?
So Astra is a tiefling warlock, and he has brownish green skin, and then the horns, of course, and then sharp pointy ears. They also have fangs that you can see sticking out. They also have a tail that is 4 feet long, and they have silver eyes and silver hair. And all they're wearing is like my picture on Roll20, like a jacket. Not like a trench coat or like a long coat. It's more like a thin, I don't know, like a thin. I'll just say a thin coat. Yeah.
Great. Thanks. All right, Ellen, you're up.
Oh, I'm a half elf. I just got my hair cut. I don't like to have it grow very long because it gets annoying. So I just got a haircut. It's pretty short. It's like a little pixie. And then I kind of let it, when it grows out, it kind of gets not curly, but like kind of wavy, and then it gets kind of nappy and weird. I don't take care of it very well. So that's why I just cut it off. In terms, she's got pointy ears, like an elf, but that's really the only elf trait she has. She's about 5'10". Not kind of muscular, but not not huge, but like kind of sturdy. I said this in our in the pre-game stuff we did. I don't know if you guys have seen a really terrible movie that I love. Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman. So he wears like leather coat and then like a vest and then like more like he's got lots of layers. And all those coats and the straps he wears, like they all have pockets, and she keeps her like quarterstaff across her back and then has like a backpack that's kind of on her hip with some other stuff. Herbalism kit and all that stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. She's basically wearing the same thing to the party, but it's just clean. Normally, it takes a while for her to clean her stuff. So it's usually covered in mud and dirt and all that, but she's clean for the party. So
Nice. All right. What y'all doing?
I was gonna backtrack and bring Lenora with me and see if we could backtrack and find some tracks.
All right. What do the rest of you want to do while that is happening?
Arterian plows through the forest.
can I do like a perception check or maybe like insight? I don't know if that will give me an idea of what's happening in the area.
Yeah, what you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for. They're going to go back and look for tracks, so I want to try and find something similar. Maybe if the ground has been disturbed, or there was another grave in the area, or something like that. Something
Cool.
earthy.
Definitely. All right. So we are going to take a quick 5-minute intermission because it's after 7 already. So let's take a 5-minute intermission, and then we're going to pick up with the three of you looking for stuff right before Arterian charges into the forest. So 5 minutes, y'all. We'll be back. 5 minutes.
Yep, the button.
Button thing. God damn it. Okay, did it. We're okay now. Woohoo!
The button.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
So by the way, sense foil on the chat is on fire because they're like basically every single time being like muted. So you're the best, by the way.
Thank you,
We
Sense
love you
Foil.
so much.
Yeah, I mean, we had the whole thing before where we were during our tests, we would do our entire intro, and nobody would call us out on it. We'd be like,
Yeah.
we would like actually get several minutes into the game before we finally realized, well, no sound. You missed all the dad jokes. So thank you for keeping
we were
us on top of it.
hilarious, and nobody was listening to us.
Yeah. And then we tried to recreate it, and it was just sad. It was
It was
so
always
bad.
sad. Every time, you
Yeah.
try and redo it. No, especially with a dad joke. Like
They're so
maybe with the
good,
funny
they
one,
just
it's all
happen.
right. But
Yeah, dad jokes have to be in the moment.
Yep.
Anyway,
It was
all right.
essential.
So we're back. I would like for
oh,
the three
okay.
of you in
No,
the track. What?
You gotta like make out
Yeah.
with your mic.
Really? I'm like so close.
I know, but for some reason it like just.
Maybe it's your webcam one.
I actually should just log out of Discord and get back in. That's what I really should do.
I mean,
Should have done that on the break.
we can hear you fine now.
Okay, well, I'm gonna restart Discord anyway, but I want the three of you to roll survival checks, please.
Who is
Okay.
the
Me,
Yeah.
you, and I'm gonna have to learn names. Elwin.
Yeah, Elwin is fine. Or El,
Oh.
whichever is fine.
Okay, I did a 9. I guess we'll wait until.
I rolled a 16 plus 5.
Oh,
I got a 4. A 3 plus 1. I just kind of couch surf. I don't actually survive.
sometimes you meld with trees and just fall asleep holding them. Cat.
Okay, so we got a 21, a 4, and a 9.
Yep.
Yeah, Elwin, you kind of wander off to the side, and the others, you don't even know what you're looking for. This could be a dragonborn for all you know, and you're just like, you don't know what tracks you should be looking for. But Elwin, you actually go the opposite way into the forest, and you find the tracks of somebody very clearly dragging a body behind him. It's like a trench in the dirt.
Well, that's not cool. Well, I guess let's see who's around me. How far am I from
I'm
the others?
technically about to be charging by you, or I
Okay.
already charged ahead of you. I'm not sure. That's up to you, DM. I don't know. You know what I was going
about-
to do. When did I do it?
You have not done it yet.
All right,
Okay.
so yeah, he's as soon as I see this trench, Arterian comes sort of charging behind me, and I'm like, hey, hold up, trench, come check this out over here, and then I think I can. Well, I think I'll just do that for now.
Okay.
Is it dark? Is it light enough to sort of see our surroundings?
There's a little bit of moonlight coming through the trees. It's a pretty heavily wooded area, but you do have the blue moon, which is nearly full, and then the white moon is a crescent moon right now, and then the other two moons are not visible at this time. So you have some light. It's not great.
Okay. Yeah, and I have dark vision, so I'm gonna wander over the trench also and just sort of take a look, see what's.
Sure.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you
you
point
take
me
a
to the
closer look.
trench.
And I'm like feeling I like kneel down and I'm touching the dirt and I'm sort of smelling the air and just kind of in a zone.
If you point me to the trench, what I do is quite specifically this. I run onto the trench, and then you just hear, like, echoing through the forest.
This way.
And I just start running down the trench full speed. Yeet!
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna follow him. Why not? It's either gonna end in, the solution or a fight or something. So I'm gonna follow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
right
go that
before
direction.
he does that, you're picking up the soil and you're kind of smelling it, and you're like, ooh, I can kind of smell corpse. Like, death has a very specific smell. The corpse is not that old, but you do smell like a hint of decay before you get up and run. Chadwick, what were you saying?
Yeah, I mean, I would hear the echo in the forest, and I would go that away as well.
I'm following.
I just imagine some, like, super, like, lazy guy walking down all happy, and then just, like, this way from behind. All right, let's turn around. Let's go back this way now.
Pretty much.
like a golden retriever almost, when he's, like, going somewhere, and then you, like, shake a bag of treats, and it's like, oh.
All right.
Oop, let me get that ranch.
Oh gosh.
I will follow. Can I like kind of? I'll like go like kind of towards the side. I would like to stealthily run.
Okay, you're going to be a bit slower than everyone else, but I would like for you to make a stealth check anyway.
Damn, I've been sucking at rolls today. I got a 1 +8, so 9, but it's a 1.
Yeah, I mean, one's not an auto failure for this, but basically, yeah, you're like, you don't have dark vision, do you?
I'm not sure.
Well, you're kind of stumbling through because you know you need to keep up with them because otherwise you're going to be left behind in this forest. And I mean, let's be honest, who wants to be left behind in this forest? It isn't the scariest of forests, but also, you just made some new friends, and why would you want to leave them alone? So you're trying to move quickly. You're a little bit louder than you would like to be. But yeah, you all run down this path, running at your full speed, and eventually you find that the trail kind of almost disappears. I'm going to need another survival check from you, Arterium, as the ground changes and the dirt is less malleable in this area of the forest.
You want me to make a what?
Another survival check, please. The composition of the dirt has changed.
I fall on my face. The composition of the dirt just absolutely. I was not ready for it. I don't wear boots, so like my hooves, some weirdness happened. I'm on my face.
You're running, you're not even paying attention. You trip over a branch, fall flat on your face.
That was a nat 1 because giant dice.
Yep, giant dice. That'll do it for you. Yeah. So you're kind of sitting there with your face in the dirt. You don't quite know which way the trail went.
I don't know which way the trail went.
Where's the tree?
Am I like way ahead of everyone?
You're just a little bit ahead of Elwyn, and Elwyn is just a little bit ahead of everyone else.
Okay. So when I hit the ground, I like get down, or like when I hit, I like get myself into like this, like readied state. And then as Elwyn approaches, I just kind of look up, and I'm like,
I think I heard something. Where did the trail go?
You hurt something? Like you hurt yourself, or you heard something?
No, I heard something ahead, but I lost the trail.
Okay. So I'm gonna can I help you? Can I help him up? Is he too big for me to help up?
No, I mean.
So I'm gonna
anything.
sort of give you my hand and sort of help you up out of the mud. And then I'm gonna kneel down again and sort of take a look at this new ground. And it has a stronger sort of a corpse smell, I think, than where we were before. But yeah, I'm sort of like investigating that with I don't know if the alchemist kit would be useful here.
I would say unless you had a specific filter that you would use to help you with it, probably wouldn't be too helpful, but I will have you make another. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
9 plus 5 is 14. Right?
You're getting some hints of death and decay, but you don't see the trench anymore. There's no trench. It looks like the path that you were following ended at like a big boulder, and you can tell that the person dragged the body up to the boulder, and there's some kind of like it's like flakes of skin that kind of like skidded along the boulder. It's kind of nasty, but from there you don't really know which way the body went.
Okay.
It's like if you've ever gone hiking in the Gila, they're just like these rando rocks, just like there that are mostly buried. That's kind of what you're looking at.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what to do, to be honest. I'm going to wait for the rest of the crew to catch up and maybe see if somebody can investigate further.
All right, the rest of the group, you turn up a couple minutes later.
you do see a giant imprint of a minotaur in the ground.
It's like in Hocus Pocus when Winifred, like at the very end of the movie, falls. I'm gonna do some spoilers because that movie's hella old. She falls out of the sky and like lands in the graveyard, and there's just like that imprint of her in the grass. It's what you see.
Nice.
She's like two horns, like giant divots in the ground as well.
She's my
like,
favorite.
Chunks of grass attached to your horn. It's great.
Aside from the giant imprint of the Minotaur, what else do we see?
So you can see Owen kind of like examining the rock. You see the little flecks of gross skin, as if a corpse was dragged across the rock. And unless you want to make a survival or an investigation check, that's all you see.
Can I do the investigation check?
Sure. Chadwick, what are you doing? I heard you talking.
I was laughing
26.
at Arterian.
All right. Lenora to the rescue with that nat 20 right there. First nat 20 of the campaign, I think. Of the streamed part of the campaign. I think somebody got a nat 20 in the prologue. All right, yeah, Lenora. So it's really clear to you. You like look over the rock, and there's more trail. So right on the other side of the rock. There's like some more. You just got to look further. But yeah, you have a very keen eye. You have dark vision, I assume, since you have elven blood. So you just kind of like follow the trail of skin over the rock, and you can see the trail continues on.
Am I able, like, can I do, well, I guess, can I see, like, whether there's magic? Like, if there's some sort of trail of magic? Or, like, something around that area?
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check, unless you want to actually cast like detect magic or something like that.
I haven't done the casting. I could do, how do I do the casting? Do I just...
Do you know the detect magic spell?
Yes.
Okay. So if you have it prepared, then you can cast it now. If you don't have it prepared, you can cast it as a ritual, which will take you 11 minutes.
Let me just do the
Or-
Arcana. Arcana?
Okay. Yeah, do an Arcana check.
23.
Not bad, not bad. Yeah, so you take a look around and you kind of do like the dowsing rod thing where you kind of like close your eyes and you're kind of like, over this way, and you don't detect any magic. There's kind of nothing magical happening right here. Nothing is giving off that very specific magical energy.
Okay, but we see that there is more trail, like that we can see the dragging still. Okay, so we can just continue walking. Or I guess I'll continue walking.
Yeah, if I see her like go around the boulder, I like kind of face slap myself and like walk around the boulder. And I'm like, oh shit. And I start running down the trail again.
All right, Arterian. Are the rest of you following him, by the way? I assume you are.
Begrudgingly so at this point, yes.
Tyrion, give me
I'm going a lot slower this time than I was last time.
I'm with you. They call
Keeping
me
an eye on
Chadwick Walker, not Chadwick Runner.
Yes. That's great.
I should not be laughing at that.
It's a self-laugh chat. So Arterian, give me one more survival check. Make sure you don't get lost.
Plus, that's an 18.
That's enough. Yeah, so you follow the trail and you find yourself at. You can tell that the trees are thinning a little bit here, and as you creep forward, you can see bathed in the moonlight of the blue moon, sharply contrasted by the sliver of light that the white moon gives off. You can see this giant mansion that is just in the middle of the forest. It is completely decrepit. It has vines growing all over it. Parts of the roof have caved in. There's part of a wall that's missing around the corner. It looks like something just blasted right through it. The what was once beautiful lawns have completely overgrown with weeds and vines, and the trees are starting to take over. You can see that in one area of the mansion, a tree is actually protruding through the roof. And this is where your trail leads you.
I have the same directive as before. If there's a decrepit wooden door, like I'm busting that down.
As you dart up toward the door, you do notice that the door is not decrepit. It is completely
sturdy.
solid.
Okay, I don't do that then.
Okay.
I stand there, and I'm a young minotaur, and I am just in for the fight, excited about it, and I'm just like, I know I need to do something here, but I don't know societies too well. So, like, I'm all excited. I'm just like turning back and forth, waiting for someone, a person like thing to come by, one of my friends, and show me how to gain passage.
Am I close by?
Yeah, it takes you all another minute before you end up at the clearing.
Oh, if it's a minute, then I'm like pounding on the door at this point.
Like a figurative minute. Like,
Okay.
in that time where you're hesitating, you're like, do I go? Do I stay? Like, I've got to run up the stairs onto the porch, and then, but that door looks pretty solid. Like, by that time, everyone's filtering in around you.
Okay, so there's no fence or anything.
Nope.
Cool.
Has he tried opening the door?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go up and try
What?
to open the door.
You walk up the stairs. As you walk up to the door, you take a step onto a stone, one of the stones that makes up the floor of the porch. And you can feel that it gives a little bit under your weight, almost as if this area is a little bit unsturdy. You reach up your arm to knock on the door, and there's a click. You hear a click.
Great.
What do you do?
Do I look down? And I just kind of like, just sort of look around to see where it could come from. Like I just stay there, and I'm just like.
It's almost like one of like a scene from like Coyote and Roadrunner. I don't know what that cartoon is called anymore. The floor drops beneath you, and you're just out of sight. And everyone watches as she just plummets.
I jump in.
You dart for the area. By the time you get up the stairs, the floor has closed already.
I stomp around.
All right,
You
it takes you a minute.
You just hear pissed off Minotaur just.
I'd like to try. I'd like to try like. Okay, so the floor dropped, and then it came back up. But does it still like look like the floor?
Yep, it looks
Okay,
like
so
nothing happened.
How wide? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say I was gonna try to like do that thunder smash or whatever that thing is called, the thunder wave, to see if I can like bust it open, because I did not like the sight of this tiny little creature that I have no idea who she is or what she's doing here, but she's adorable with all her stuff. So
all
like
you just
I want
see is all her like bangles and beads like just flying
yeah,
out.
I'm like, exactly. Like I'm very concerned about
I feel a
this
sense
small-
of camaraderie with all of the layers of clothing that you both like to wear.
Exactly. All you see is fabric and beads and
just lots of jangling as you fall.
yep. There's a lot of it.
So yeah, I'm gonna cast my thunder wave.
I like that.
Would you say, Charles?
I said with a small yip as she falls. Arterian, is Arterian standing there when you cast Thunderwave on this?
He was kind of like next to me.
You could either like lunge forward, because Thunderwave is out from you, right? So you could either wait or you could go up to it before he gets there.
I would definitely want to go up to it, like away
cool.
from everyone. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you go up to it and you cast Thunderwave, and it sends out this shockwave around you. The door rattles, and what's left of the windows rattle nearby as well. The broken window to your right that has some shards of glass still in place fall and they collapse. And just like with Lenora, the floor opens up beneath you and you plummet.
I jump in.
You can feel your stomach come up to your chest. And then right before it closes, I want you to make me an acrobatics check, mister. You are jumping like 7 stairs up onto the thing.
No, it's a 3.
So you've got this in your mind, right? You know, all right, I'm gonna leap over the stairs and I'm gonna fall down there with them and I'm gonna make sure they're okay. And as Elwyn is falling into this pit, you lunge forward, but your legs are not as long as you thought they were, and they're definitely not as long as a furbolg's. And your hoof catches the first step, and you plummet, and your face hits the stairs as the door creaks back and comes back.
I would like to pay attention to how wide the opening was, like from hinge to hinge.
Mm-hmm. You could see it from your vantage point. It's about 5 feet.
Okay. I would like to search my backpack for anything that was 5 feet. Do you think my warhammer would be 5 feet? Or one of these people?
A people? You have people in your bag? Wait.
No.
You're the body snatcher.
Like Crow, or Astra, or...
Well, I have a question actually, because as a rogue, can't I disengage traps? I'm not seeing. I can't find it on my. Do I not have that yet? I can't find it on my sheet anywhere.
No, yeah. You should have thieves tools, and it's part of your thieves tools. You can disengage a trap, and so So we'll add a custom skill to make it easier for you on your character sheet, but it's basically going to be a dexterity check plus your proficiency modifier.
Okay.
And everyone looks pretty regular sized, like maybe around that size. Nobody's tiny or giant except for Chadwick.
I want to prop it open somehow. If this thieves disarm doesn't work.
All right. 18. Okay. So you go up to the trap, and you're looking around, and you're examining the different bricks as they set into place, and you can see, oh yeah, there's a seam that goes around. A seam, 2.5 feet long on each side, and a seam down the middle. And you identify which stone is the one that triggers the trap. And you're able to get your thieves' tools underneath, and you move some stuff around, and it takes you a minute, but it clicks. Something clicks inside. It's not the same kind of triggering click, but you hear a click inside.
So can I open it without it closing then, or?
Describe to me how you want to try to open it.
I guess I would want to try and I guess I would want to try and trigger it first and then disengage it so that it stays open and it doesn't close again.
So you press down on that the stone that you identified was the one that triggered it. But you've already broken the trap. You press down and nothing happens.
Well, shit.
Okay, I'm gonna try to break it. Brute force it.
I will help.
All right.
What?
You do it. I'll help you.
Okay.
You put your axe there is what I was thinking, and I'll use my hammer and hit the backside of your axe or whatever you use. I don't know what you use.
It's a morning star. Yeah.
Morning star. Okay, yeah.
I'll wedge the morning star in as much as I can, Like one of the sharp points that comes out?
Into what? Because right now it's closed. It looks like porch.
There, yeah, the grout.
Yeah.
The fake grout.
Yeah.
Right. If
Yeah.
that's where I'm putting it.
Cool.
And then I look up. Your turn.
Okay, strength check with advantage.
I honestly feel like it's your strength check.
I guess.
Yeah, it
Shit.
is.
Okay.
I mean, you're smacking.
17.
17. You hit it, and it sparks, but it does not open.
Okay, I pick up my Morning Star. I put my shield back on my back. And you remember that window you said had broken glass? Yeah. I'm gonna use my Morning Star. I'm just gonna beat the rest of the glass off.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and fit myself in. Can I fit?
It's your torso. That means nothing to me. 4 inches? That's what I see on my screen.
No, like this much bigger than my shoulders. You know the size of my shoulders.
You do. Yeah, you can fit your shoulders through. It's tight. You're actually you're going to take 2 points of slashing damage as bits of glass rub up against your torso. But yeah, you can see in, and you pull yourself in as the glass kind of tears up the sides of your torso. And you look around and you see that you're in a very, very dusty foyer. There are candelabras and there's a candle chandelier that hangs above, but none of it is giving any light. There are cobwebs draped from each end of the candelabra, and you turn around and see the door is in fact barred with a big wooden plank sitting in the door, preventing it from being open. You know that it's very easy to unlock this door and let the rest of your crew in. And because you, I'm assuming, don't have dark vision, you don't really see much of anything inside of this foyer. But you do hear the sound of the summer wind coming up against the building, creaking the building ever so slightly, and there's a very still outward presence inside this building. That is what we're going to pick up next time.
Okay.
Nice.
So think about how you want to rescue your companions, we'll pick up there next week.
Sweet.
So
Awesome.
thank you all for tuning in and watching. We'll see you next week at 6 p.m. To find out what happens with Elwin and Lenora.
Yee.
All right. Thank you, DM.
Thank you.
And thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. This is fun.